Hey friends and yogis! Today's yoga practice is to release shoulder tension, increase mobility, soothe the nervous system, and open the heart. So grab yourself a yoga tie and a blanket and meet me on your mat. Okay, so let's start by coming on to our knees. And if you need a blanket under you, this is a good thing to do if your knees are sensitive like mine. Go ahead and put that out. And then you can open your knees wide or keep them together for child's pose. And we're going to walk ourselves out, reaching really long with the fingertips. So that you're reaching as far as you can, and then bringing third eye to the mat. And again, if you need a blanket under your forehead, you can place that there. Taking a moment to settle in. Allowing your breath to deepen. Taking a moment to connect with yourself. Good, and now coming up onto your fingertips with your arms still outstretched so that you're lifting your elbows, lifting the underarms, and then melting the heart. Continuing to rest the third eye on the mat with a blanket. Good, and now walking the hands towards you, coming up onto your heels, or you can come into a seated position, whichever is more comfortable for you. Either way works. And then we're going to do some sun breaths, so inhaling the arms up, exhaling the arms down, using the full length of the inhale to bring the arms up, and the full length of the exhale to bring the arms down. Following your breath, your pace, allowing the breath to deepen here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good. Exhaling the arms down. And now leave the left hand there. We're going to inhale the right arm up and over. You can go ahead and bend that left elbow as you reach through the fingertips and pressing down through the sits bones. So you want to have a stretch all the way from that hip to the fingertips. Nice deep breaths. You can look up past your arm towards the sky here if you like. Good, and then inhaling up, let's do the other side. Bringing that arm over. Once again, pressing down through the sits bone, and then reaching all the way from that hip, through those fingertips, looking up towards the sky if you like. If that's hard on your neck, then just look straight ahead or look down. Tuning into your body. doing what your body needs. Good, inhaling up, exhaling down. We're going to do the other side. Inhale up, exhale, over, and then inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale over, inhale up, exhale down. One more time on each side. Good. Coming back to center, bringing the arms up and then crossing them for eagle arms. So you're going to cross them up to the elbows, past the elbows, and then fold them, reaching the fingertips up. If needed, if you are not able to clasp here, you can extend one arm if that's more comfortable for you. You can even rest this on the shoulder, like so, and just hold it there for the stretch. But if you have the capacity to clasp your hands here, go ahead and do that, and then reach the fingertips up. Nice deep breath right here. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, and lengthening the exhale. When we breathe through the nose, and especially when we lengthen the exhale longer than the inhale, it calms our nervous system. And if we add a gentle smile on our lips, that tells our body and our nervous system that we're safe and that we can relax. Good. So next time you exhale, bring the elbows down, and then inhale, reach up. And then exhale, elbows down, and this time we're going to fold all the way forward, dropping the arms in that clasp, and dropping the head. And then inhaling up, going to unfold the arms. Remember which one's on top because we're switching now. Clasp or straighten the arm like that. Yeah, and if you're doing it with a straight arm, you can just lift that elbow to lift it up and down like that. If you're clasped, we're going to reach up and then exhale down. And so I'm going to reach up and hold for several breaths. And then exhale, bring the elbows in as we fold. As we do this, you'll notice the opening between the shoulder blades on the back. One more deep breath right there. And then inhale up. And exhale, extend. Good. So now we're going to come into cow face pose with the arms. And so for this one, we're going to bring the right arm up. You'll need your strap in case your arms don't touch. So you're going to bring that strap and let it drop behind you. And I'll show you to the side here. So arm comes up and then folds, and the lower arm comes up to meet it or grabs a hold of the strap, and you can do like that. If you're able to clasp the hands, you can go ahead and clasp the hands here, and it looks like this. And then press the head back into the hands. Or head, not into the hands, back into the upper arm. So you're pressing the head back into that arm, opening the shoulders here. Nice deep breaths. Good. And then releasing that arm, you can bring the hands together behind you in prayer position. Now, if you don't have access to this position, you can just clasp opposite arms and hold it like this. And then you're going to take the shoulders, the fronts of the shoulders back to open the heart, and then bring belly button towards the spine. Good. And then, let's see, I'm going to do this one. Let's do that for a few deep breaths.
Can you pause right there for me? I just have to do such battery. So just hold there, we're going to continue.
Okay.
Right from that position.
Okay. And on the last, you got this shot, so you're just going to use that last one?
I'm going to cut it right to that now so you can see it.
Yep. Good, one more deep breath there. And then we're going to do the cow face on the other side. So this time reaching up with the left arm and dropping that strap behind you. And then you can grab a hold of the strap, or if you're able to clasp the hands, you can clasp the hands. And then press the head back into the upper arm and bring the belly button towards the spine. Nice deep breath. Breathing into the sensation. In yoga, we learn to make friends with intense sensations and with going beyond our comfort zone by breathing into what we're feeling. And this improves how we explore beyond our comfort zone, out in the world and off the mat as well. It's a great way to nourish and balance our nervous system in all sorts of situations. Good, so now releasing that side. And let's take some shoulder circles. So circling one direction, and then the other direction. Awesome. So now, let's come onto all fours. If you'd like, place that blanket under your knees. Spreading the fingers, pointer straight ahead. And then inhaling, let the belly drop, the heart open, and the gaze lift. And exhaling. Letting the tail drop, belly button towards the spine, and the spine towards the sky. And inhaling, arching. Exhaling, curving. Letting the breath lead the movement. Good. Now we're going to come into a puppy stress. So you want your hips to be right over your knees, and then extend your arms nice and long, reaching them long and melting your heart towards the mat. You can place the third eye on the mat or on a block or on a blanket if you can't reach the mat. And allowing your heart to melt. Deep breaths. And in this pose too, you can come up onto the fingertips if you like. Good. And coming back up onto all fours, curling the toes under. We're going to come into a down dog. So coming into the down dog with the knees bent and really pressing back so that you have a long, flat back and you're making length between the hands and the sit bones. So you're really reaching nice and long, bringing the weight more towards the feet. The heels can touch the mat or not. That's not so important. You can have your knees slightly bent here. Nice deep breaths in down dog. And walking the feet towards the hands. Coming into a standing forward bend. Uttanasana. Place the hands on the shins. Inhale halfway up for Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, release. Let the shoulder blades lead as you bring yourself up halfway. Exhale, release. This time we're going to come up all the way, coming through that nice flat back. And bring the hands to your heart. Good. From here we're going to go into Yoga Mudra. So Yoga Mudra, the symbol of yoga, where the head is beneath the heart and the heart leads. So clasping the hands behind you and hugging the shoulder blades towards each other. Your arms can be straight or bent. And then let the heart lead as you fold forward. Head comes beneath the heart and the hands come up and over. Your elbows might be bent, they might be deeply bent, they might be slightly bent or straight. Listening to your body. Enjoy a few deep breaths here. Once again, breathing into the sensations. Making friends with all that you feel in this pose right now. Bringing yourself present in this moment. Good, one more deep breath right there. Then inhaling up, let the hands pull you back. And then release the hands, let the arms float. Just noticing the opening and the energy in your shoulders, in your heart area. Good. And now let's take a wide stance on the mat. Nice and wide. And extend the arms. We're going to hinge at the hips, coming halfway down, nice flat back, so that you're like an eagle soaring above the earth, looking down upon it. Nice deep breaths here. And then bring the hands beneath the shoulders onto the floor. You may need to be on your fingertips, or you may need a block or a stack of books, whatever you need. Finding that, we're going to do what I call the windmill. So place your left hand in the center, inhale and open the right arm up, and then exhale and switch. Exhale and switch. Following your own breath, your own pace. Inhaling up. Exhaling to switch. Opening that shoulder as you come up. And then coming back to center, spreading the arms like wings once again, soaring above the earth. And then inhaling to come all the way up. And so now, let's come down onto the mat, lying on your back. You can place a blanket underneath you if you like. I'm going to do a supine twist. Lying on your back. You're going to take your knees to one side and the nose looking in the opposite direction from the knees. You can have a hand on top of the knees and then really release that shoulder towards the mat, towards the floor. Finding a nice opening in that shoulder and in your pectoral muscle. Deep breaths right there. Good, and then bringing the knees up to center, lining them up, and then taking them over to the other side. And once again, having your nose in the opposite direction from the knees and really releasing that shoulder down. Releasing both shoulders towards the mat. And breathing into that opening in the front of the shoulder, in the heart area. Good, and then bringing the knees up to center once again. Go ahead and hug them in to your chest. And if you like, you can take a shavasana here, or you can come up to sitting and complete with me. Taking a deep breath. Noticing how you feel now after this short practice. Noticing how your heart feels, your shoulders are feeling. Chad will go on. I honor the light within you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.